There's a Pengu prophecy. It's like big lore where some people claim that the Pengu and the Pengu meme coin can be bigger than any other meme coin. Like there's deep lore many years prior to me taking over that this could be a case. People would get rewarded, right? Because like I don't want to do things and my community not get rewarded for it.
You said kind of famously, every coin is a meme coin.
I believe that too. If you know the game, you believe that.
The thing about Ethereum is that a lot of Ethereum people doesn't want to believe that.
Yeah.
They know it though. They know it, but don't believe that.
Why?
Sorry?
Why?
Oh,
They
because
don't want to believe that.
Because there's this very, very it's the same reason why fiat people don't want to believe in crypto. Yeah, it's the same reason. There's a very strong. I love Ethereum, by the way. I worked in Ethereum ecosystem for a long time before hopping. Doing something. I'm still in actually. I still advise a lot of top Ethereum projects actually, like InstaDebt and whatnot, Freeway. But I think there's this mindset that's anchored around a certain idea of value and tokenomics and economics that is very, and also is also communicated. And when a group of people communicate a certain thing as fact, for a very long time, then they start to anchor themselves in that belief, So I think that's actually the issue. Yeah, if you ask me.
There's a Pengu prophecy. It's like big lore. I'm not going to get into it, but there's a Pengu prophecy where some people claim that the Pengu and the Pengu meme coin can be bigger than any other meme coin. Like there's deep lore many years prior to me taking over that this could be a case. I was going to bring it up, but I think I was going to bring it up during different market conditions. Because I also told my community I would never go down this route. So I'm also like a man of my word. And like, I told them I would never go in this direction. Now, naturally, I felt like with Abstract that we had to go and do something that was more crypto native. And I kind of saw the writing on the wall, which is like, if I continue to just do things that are IP driven, the space loves that. But if Pudgy Penguin starts and stops with how we build our IP in the world, I think that's not sexy enough for us to go where I want to go. Right. So I had to add a new layer to the ecosystem that I thought made the ecosystem a lot more sexy and a lot more crypto friendly, that ultimately I think could like create an interesting flywheel that we can kind of get into in a sec. But I think from my perspective, I've actually, just so you know, I've talked to Frank about this for like 6-7 months. I mean, we've had conversation. I kind of knew he was going in this direction. He kept this hidden from me, which is cool. I totally understand. But like him and I I've been debating for a long time because my biggest frustration as a founder, specifically in the NFT space, is I hate doing something and it not moving the needle, right? So if I go do something really big, like for example, Walmart, huge announcement, pallet in the middle of the store, for God's sakes, 2,000, like think about how incredible that really was. I mean, people give us our flowers for it. I was down 5% on the day on my NFT. Right? Think about that. I was down 5%.
Yes,
if I was
100%.
a token, I would have been up. You know what I mean? Everyone would be full levering that and people would get rewarded, right? Because like, I don't want to do things and my community not get rewarded for it. And I think that's kind of like an issue. And I know that I can solve that if we had a liquid token.
Sorry, but like, so this almost feels like a kind of political problem.
It's a political problem for sure.
Which basically means, do I do the best thing for my project long-term given my vision, or do I play the game that might lead me to somewhere where I don't want to get to?
No, I don't think.
I don't think it compromises. I don't think it's mutually exclusive.
No, it's not. You're thinking of it as a. No, it's not. Like your only goal as a project is to flywheel, right?
Yes.
Your only goal for a project is to understand that community revenue and everything's a flywheel, right? Think about it. Everything, right? Yeah. So I don't think it's compromised at all.
If I were to add a Pengu token, there's an argument to be made that there's more liquidity. Now the rarity problem is its own thing, because there's real collectors in Pudgy Penguin. So I haven't gone down far this rabbit hole, but I would have to address that in some capacity. But like what holders, my job and a big thing we've done at Pudgy is like liquidity. Every AMM pool, every piece of infrastructure, Meta Street, like I'm making sure we have everything plugged in, because ultimately it's a liquidity game. Like you have to be able to unlock those levers of liquidity, because that's ultimately what drives price. And especially with such an illiquid asset like NFTs, like every little partnership moves the needle. And so I actually think, and then we also talk about army size. Like my army can only get so big. Imagine Pudgy Penguins with 500,000 holders. Right? Because I'm really in the marketing business above all else, right? I'm in the proliferation and the champion business and developing an army to go march in my direction. So right now, Pudgy Penguins has 20,000 unique army members ready for war, ready for battle. It's a great number, right? But it's never going to get bigger than that. Maybe it goes up or down 1,000 or 2,000 people. Doing a Pengu token, for example, that is, you'd figure it out. I was super against this for a very long time. But as I think about it more and more, I become increasingly bullish, but I would never do it. It would start and stop with the community. So again, like why I'm excited about Frank is it's our first use case of it.
It's interesting that because actually I feel like often the community needs to see it too, right?
Totally. They need to see it too.
I have this thing whereby like if 75, I can overcome 25% opposition.
Yeah.
Right? But anything more than 25%, I can do it, but it gets expensive.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like I might sprinter community. It fails, you know.